Come to the structure plastid. The plastid is also a double membrane bound organelle. So that means it contains two membrane. So here that means one is called as the outer membrane and another is called as the inner membrane. Okay, so that's why the plastid is also called as the double membrane bound structure. And the plastid, it can be easily visible in the compound microscope. In the compound microscope, it can be observed easily, the plastid structure. And the plastid structure, it contains specific pigment, and this pigment provides different color. So because of the providing this different color, the plastid are naming according to the color of the pigment. So the plastid are three types of the plastid are present. One is called as the chloroplast. What is the chloroplast? Another is the chromoplast. And third one is also called as the leucoplast. So what is the chloroplast? The chloro means the green. So that means it provides the green color to the obviously the plant. That means the plant contains the plastid. In the animal, they don't have the plastid structure. So green color, it provides the green color. The chromoplast means it provides the different color. Different color means the color other than the green. For example, the red, orange, different types of the colors are present. And the leucoplast is the colorless plastid. So according to on the basis of the color, the plastid are divided into three parts: chloroplast, chromoplast, leucoplast. Chloroplast provides the green color, chromoplast provides different color, and leucoplast it is a colorless plastid. So now come to the first part, that is the chloroplast. First one, that is the chloroplast. The chloroplast found in the green plant, obviously, and in the green plant the mesophyll cell contains the chloroplast. So the chloroplast structure, the shape is the lens-like structure. So lens means in our eye, the lens looks like this. So here also the chloroplast also it looks like this. Or you can be say the oval shape. For example, in some ribbon-like structure are also present. Ribbon-like structure. Ribbon-like means in the spirogyra. In the spirogyra, the structure is like this. That means like a ribbon-like chloroplast is present. So different types of the shape is varies. Maximum is lens of the oval shape, and some are discoid or ribbon-like structure are present. So if we look at the number, so the number actually it varies. For example, in the chlamydomonas, the number is 1. But in the green algae, it is 20 to 40 per cell. That means one cell contains 20 to 40 plastids of the chloroplast in the green algae. In the plant, there are many, more than 20 or 40 chloroplast in the plant. So the plastid is also called as the semi-autonomous organelle. Why it is called as a semi-autonomous organelle? Because it contains a DNA. Look at this structure. So this DNA is circular and the double stranded. So that means in the nucleus, the chromosome is the linear double stranded, while the DNA present in the chloroplast is double stranded but circular and the single. That means one circular double stranded DNA is present. Like in the mitochondria also contains single circular double stranded DNA structure is present. And according to that, and beside that, this structure like that are present, and this structure is called as the ribosome, and this ribosome is called as cytoplasmic ribosome. So what is the cytoplasmic ribosome? Look at the structure. Let's say this is the nucleus, and from the nucleus the ER is present. So in the ER or the rough endoplasmic reticulum, some ribosomes are also present, and some ribosomes are also present in the cytoplasm. So the ribosomes that are present on the membrane of the ER, so they are called as the membrane bound ribosome. And the ribosome present in the cytosol is called as the cytoplasmic ribosome. So that means because the ER is not present in the chloroplast, so that's why only the cytoplasmic ribosome is present in the chloroplast. So because the presence of the DNA and the ribosome, so it can synthesize its own protein. So that means it does not depend upon the other organelles for the protein part. So that's why it is called as a semi-autonomous organelle. But beside the protein, other molecules, and for the other molecules, this cell depends upon the other organelles. So only for the protein it is independent, and that's why it is called as the semi-autonomous. Semi means not fully. So that is called as the semi-autonomous organelle. Okay. So now look at the structure of the, come to the structure of chloroplast. So the chloroplast is the double membrane structure. That means this, the outer is called as the outer membrane, and the inner part is called as the inner membrane, because of the presence of the two membranes, that means outer and the inner, that means the two membranes are present. That's why the plastids are also called as the double membrane bound structure. And now look at the structure. This structure, that means this is a space. The space between outer and the inner membrane is called as the intermembrane space. Okay. So now come to this structure. This inside it is called as the matrix. That means inside the inner membrane, all the structure is called as the matrix. So in the matrix, there are the different types of the structure is present. One is called as the grana, one is called as the thylakoid, one is called as the stroma. So what are the different types of this structure? So what is the grana? Look at this structure. This whole structure is called as the grana. And again grana is the plural term, the singular term is granum. Okay, so this is the grana. So what is the thylakoid? Look at the structure of the grana. So it is, there are many stacked particles present, and each one is called as the thylakoid. So that means the different or many thylakoids, they combine together to form the grana. So this is the thylakoid. What is the stroma? Stroma is the liquid part. Inside it, the gray part is called as the stroma. Okay. So now clear what is the grana, what is the thylakoid, what is the stroma. So grana means the granum. This is the one granum. This is the one granum. All total are called as the grana. That is the plural term. So in the grana, it is formed by the many thylakoid structure, and the liquid part is called as the stroma. So now look at the structure. This grana is joined by a structure. Here look like this structure. Here this structure. Here this structure. So the linking structure which links different grana are called as stroma lamellae. Stroma lamellae. Okay, so this is all about the different types of the structure. So now come to the grana part. What is the function of the grana? What is the function of grana? So when from the sunlight or the sun, the light comes to the, let's suppose, leaf. There are many, in the leaf there are many cells, and inside the cell there are many organelles. So these organelles, one is the called as the chloroplast, and the chloroplast, the granum, actually this granum or the grana, it actually absorbs the sunlight. Only the grana of the cell of the plant absorbs the sunlight, and it performs the most importantly photosynthesis. The photosynthesis occurs actually in the chloroplast, and in the chloroplast actually the grana part, it forms the photosynthesis. So because of this, the grana is also called as the site of light reaction. Why it is called as the site of light reaction? That means in the presence of the light, some reactions are obviously present, and that is called as the photosynthesis. So that's why most importantly the grana is called as the site of the light reaction. That means it performs the photosynthesis. So now come to the stroma. What is the function of the stroma, or the watery part or the liquid part? So this is the stroma, or the stroma is the watery part. Obviously it contains some enzyme, and that enzymes forms the carbohydrate and protein. Okay, how the protein is formed? Because on the help of this double stranded circular DNA along with ribosome, and this formation of the carbohydrate and the protein, it forms in the light, in the dark, that means in the night. So that's why the stroma is also called as the site of dark reaction. Site of dark reaction. So site of the light reaction is the grana part, and the stroma, the liquid part, is called as the site of dark reaction. So this is all about the chloroplast. So now come to again another structure or another plastid, that is called as the second part, that is the chromoplast. What is the chromoplast? That means it provides different types of the color. For example, there are many types of the chloroplast. For example, the carotene. Okay, so the carotene, other is the xanthophyll. So the carotene provides the orange color, and the carotene is present in the carrot. So that's why the name is the carotene, and it comes from the carrot. Actually, the color of the carrot is also the orange, and this orange color of the carrot is due to the carotene, because the carotene is the chromoplast which provides the color. So like that in the xanthophyll, it is the yellow color. So it is mainly present in the young leaves, and besides the young leaf, many vegetables, they also contain the xanthophyll like plasmid. So this is the chromoplast, and the third one is called as the leucoplast. So leucoplast means it is a colorless, that means it does not provide any color to the plant. So what is the function of the leucoplast? It helps in the storage. So it stores many molecules. For example, there are many types of the leucoplast, and on the basis of the storage item, the leucoplast are divided into many parts. One is called as the amyloplast. So the amyloplast, it stores the starch, which is the carbohydrate. Okay, so the leucoplast, which stores the carbohydrate or the starch, is called as the amyloplast. Another is called as the elioplast. The elioplast, it stores the oil and fat. The elioplast, it stores the oil and the fat. And another is the eleuroplast. And it stores the protein. So different types of the leucoplast are present, which stores different types of the molecule. Some contain the starch, it is called amyloplast. Some stores the oil and the fat, and it is called the elioplast. And some contains the protein, and it is called the eleuroplast. So different types of the leucoplast are present, and this is all about the plastid, that means the chloroplast, chromoplast, and the leucoplast. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe my video. Thank you.